5, application development using Python. So content covered in this lectures are elements of mechanical elements of flow control, conditions, block of code. So after that we are going to study program execution, followed by flow control statement. So at the end of this lecture, students are going to understand what are the elements of flow control and flow control statement. Flow control statements are nothing but decision making statement. In C already we have studied decision making statement such as if else, else if, okay, etc. So again, with respect to flow control statement, in a C we have switch, but in Python we don't have a switch. So the concept which we are going to cover in this class will be depends upon Bloom's taxonomy level 2. So in previous class we have studied the concept of flow control. After that we have studied Boolean values. So Boolean data type has two values. Those two values are true and false. One thing we have to remember is true always represent 1 and false that represent one value, that is 0. So after covering Boolean values, we have studied comparison operators. So comparison operators are equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than equal to, and greater than equal to. And the main use of comparison operator is we can compare two values, and after comparing it will evaluate to a single Boolean value, and that will be either true or false. So after that we have studied what is the difference between these double equal to and single equal to. Double equal to is used to compare two values. Single equal means assignment operator. So assignment operator, one thing we have to remember is always right hand side. So this value will be assigned for variable. Right hand side will be assigned to left hand side. So after that we have studied three Boolean operator. In that first was AND. So second was OR. Third was not. So even we have studied execution, how these operator executes by considering few examples. Let us start with today's topic. So first we'll start with elements of flow control. Flow control elements are, first will be the condition and second will be the block of code. So this condition include Boolean expression. So that Boolean expression Boolean expressions are nothing but conditions, and those conditions will be evaluated to either true or false. And when these conditions are going to evaluate true, on that case a block of code is going to execute. Okay, and indented Python code. What is indented Python code? In coming, so we'll take a few examples. Once I cover few concepts, we'll understand what is this indented Python code. And the concept of indentation is nothing but number of space what we have given, okay, in between the different statements. So block 1. So this space what we have given is this indented. So both statement will be having same indentation that represent will be execute one after the another. So here we have specified one condition. Okay, so as this elements of flow control, first will be the condition. So here we have given on condition. What is that condition? What is name? Name is a variable. For a moment assume that content of name is also Alan. If this content is equal to, or so we are using comparison operator, if both are same, on that case you are going to get one message, hello Alan. For a moment assume that if the content of name is not Alan, on that case condition will be evaluated to false. When condition will be evaluated to false, so these set of statements are not going to execute. I hope you are getting my point. So all will be same indented. So that means the statement with the same indentation will be skipped. So it will just come out of the block 3 only. Even it is not going to enter block 1, block 2, block 3. So because of same indentation, so these set of statements are going to skip. So for a moment, assume that we have provided a value of name as Alan. On that case, Alan double equal to Alan. Yes, this condition evaluates to true. You are going to get a message as hello Alan. After that, once again, so we'll assume we have entered some password. Again, this password, content of password should be equal to this. If the content of password should be equal to this password, so he is going to get a message as access granted. If this condition evaluates to false, on that case, you are going to get a message as wrong password. And these are the set of sequences which are going to happen when we are going to execute this program. And one thing we have to observe is in case of if, so if condition, so for this we call it as a Boolean condition. Boolean condition should be terminated with colon. That we have to remember. And this colon is not this syntax which we are not going to follow in case of C. So this is a bit difference between C and Python. So if followed by space, here we are supposed to give space followed by Boolean condition or just condition followed by colon. And one more thing, so print statement is not going to terminate with semicolon. These are the few things which you have to remember. Even after else we are going to give colon. So in case of C, we are not going to mention any sort of colons here. So again, this is a bit difference between C and Python. So next is program execution. The program execution or just execution, the current instruction being executed. So current instruction means the current the statement which is currently executing. For that instruction we call it as current instructions. And some programs are executed sequentially, whereas some are executed based upon some conditions. And generally, for a moment, assume that we have a program in that we have not used a flow control or decision making statement. On that case, the statements which are present in that programs are going to execute sequentially. The meaning of sequential is nothing but the program which include a set of instructions are going to execute one after the another. But in other case, and few statements are going to execute only when particular condition is going to satisfy. If this particular condition is going to satisfy, so with this case, so if this condition is going to execute, or if this condition is evaluated to true, so these set of this statement is going to execute. If this condition is evaluated to false, on that case, so any of the statement which comes under block 1, block 2, block 3 are not going to execute. So moving to flow control statement. So statements are important piece of flow control and are represented by diamond. So how we represent decision making statement in case of flowchart? So decision, when we say decision, we are going to use diamond symbols, and these represent, these flow control statement represent so actual decision taken by the program. So actual decision is nothing but if condition evaluates to true, true statements are going to execute. If condition evaluates to false, a set of false statements is going to execute. False statement case arises in case of if else. In case of just simple if, there is no question of false statement. Yes, let us start with the first flow control statement, that is if. So if statement consisting of the following. Yes, if is also one keyword. So if followed by space, here we are going to give space. So after that we are going to mention one condition, and one thing we have to remember is this condition will be evaluated to either true or false, depends upon the value what we are going to provide for name. So we'll take a simple example here. So for a moment, assume that for the name we have provided as alias. So is Alice double equal to Alice? Yes, this condition evaluates to true. So when this condition evaluates to true, these two block of statement we are going to execute. And when we look at these two statements, alignment, how much space we have given for these two statements will be same. So for this concept only we call it as indentation. And for this block, so for this block we call it as indented block of code. Okay, let us take a small example here. Instead of mentioning any conditions, first otherwise we will read name is equal to how to read name by using input function. So we want to display one message, enter your name. So that will be the content of name. So after that, if, as syntax says, if followed by space followed by name, we are just comparing Alice. So syntax will be end with colon. You are supposed to give colon. After hitting enter, so the next statement will be automatically indented. So for this concept only we call it as indentation. And as we know, in Python we don't have braces. So when we don't have braces, so set of statements are going to execute based upon indentation rule. If this statement result into true, of will display a message, hi Alice. So we want to display two messages. So in order to execute cells which are present in a Jupyter, we are going to hit shift enter. So once this piece of code execute, for the piece of code we also call it as snippet. So here are asking us to enter your name. For a moment, assume that I have entered name as Alice. On that case, so it will just check name double equal to Alice. So what is the content of name? What we have entered here is Alice. Yes, this content of name is equal to this. On that case, these two statements are going to execute. So once again, we are going to execute the same piece of code. So when I have entered name as Bob, it is going to check Bob double equal to Alice. This condition result into false. On that case, these two set of statements are going to skip. So when these two set of statements are going to skip, so this snippet will be complete here only. Because of that reason, it has not displayed any messages. So this is the simple example for simple if. So the funda behind simple if will be, we are going to execute set of statement only when particular condition evaluates to true. If condition evaluates to false, we are not going to display any messages. I hope this concept is clear. Now we'll move to next concept. So here also same case with respect to flowchart. Content of name is double equal to Alice. If it is equal to true, it is going to display a message, hi Alice, as well as with respect to this piece of code, even he is going to get a message, hi Alice, welcome. After that, it will terminate here only. If we entered Bob, on that case, condition will be evaluated to false. This flowchart will be terminated here only, terminated and here only. Next, else statement. An else statement always consisting of following else keyword. Okay, so this else keyword and else keyword should be end with colon and an indented block of code. So for this we call it as indented block of code. Again, we'll take one simple example here. Here we have not added else part. So one thing you have to remember is, so I have typed this second statement. After typing second statement, so Python support or just Jupyter supports auto indented. As it is auto indented, next statement will be start from here only, but we don't want next statement to start from here. On that case, what we will do, we'll hit backspace. Once we hit backspace, once again it will start from beginning. So in the beginning we are going to type else. So as syntax says, else is going to terminate with semicolon. So we have to give semicolon. So after that, next statement automatically start from here. So for Jupyter support auto indentation. So if he is alive, so we are going to ask, we will say hi followed by a message, how are you? If he is not alive, on that case, display a message for not alive, comma, you are a stranger. Even we can display any message, no issues. Stranger, you are a stranger. Okay. So in this example, once this program execute, it will ask us to enter name. So we are going to provide name. If we enter name is alive, on that case, you are going to get these two messages. So for this, we call it as indented block. So this indented block is going to execute only when this condition result into true. And this indented block will be skipped if this condition evaluates to false. If this condition evaluates to false, on that case, else part is going to execute. So as I told earlier, in Python we are not going to use braces. So these two statements will be having same space here with respect to indentation. So that represent, so these two as a set of statements of a same block. Here also the indentation, the number of spaces in between these two statements are same. So this also comes under the same block of statement. Now we'll execute this program. Once again, it is going to ask us to enter our name. In this case, I am going to enter our name as Bob. On that case, so this condition evaluates to false. When this condition evaluates to false, on that case, else part is going to execute. In else part, how many statements are there? Two statements are there. When first statement execute, we are going to get this message. What message we have typed here? You are not alive. Then who are you? You are a stranger. That we have displayed. And in a block, you can display, so one statement or two statement or more than two statements, no issues. The thing is, And one more thing. So with respect to indentation. So when we look at spaces of these two statements, so if this condition executes successfully, or if this condition evaluates to true, these two statements are going to execute, but indentation of this statement is different. We'll see what happens. Actually, with respect to syntax, or what interpreter expect, if this condition result into true, this statement, this set of statements is going to execute. If this condition evaluates to false, if it is going to expect, okay, else. Okay, actually what we have given here is print. So in between, when we have introduced this print statement, it is this else statement nowhere linked with if. That link is demolished by introducing this print statement. So because of that reason, it is saying it is a invalid syntax. So in order to avoid this error, we have to give same indentation. So when we give same indentation, you will be getting green color. And for a moment, assume that I am changing just this indentation. So on that case, we are going to encounter red color. Red color means it is, this particular statement is not properly indented. On that case, you are going to get such type of errors. Undent does not match any outer indentation level. That means, so this is first block of statement, this is second block of statement. So this statement is not under the first block or second block or any of the block. Because of that reason, it will lead to error, and this error can be debugged by using same space. In this case, yes, it will execute successfully. So once again, we have provided input as Alice. On that case, you are going to get a message as, hi Alice, how are you? Welcome. So this indentation concept works similar to that brace what we have used in C language. So next statement is ELIF statement. In a C we have studied LCF ladder statement. So LCF ladder statement in a C is somewhat similar to ELIF statement in Python, and the expansion of this ELIF is nothing but LCF in case of Python. So this ELIF statement always consisting of one keyword. That keyword is ELIF. So ELIF, a condition or an expression that evaluates to true or false. Okay. So after that, it is going to have a colon also. And if a particular condition is going to true, a block of code is going to execute. So let us take a simple example. And before taking one simple example, first we'll discuss on what situation we go for simple if, on what situation we go for if else statement, and on what situation we go for ELIF statement. So when there is only one possibility of execution, on that case we are going to use if statement. If there are two possibilities, either true or false, we go for if else statement. And when there are more possibilities, more than two possibilities, we go for ELIF. That means else if statement. Okay. So here we have taken one simple example here. Again, we are going to read name. If name what we have entered is equal to Alice, it is going to display a message that is hi Alice. Next, okay, if this condition is not going to true, on that case it is going to check next condition. If a provided value of age is less than 12, on that case, it is going to display you are not alive with this kiddo. Okay. Respective flowchart they have given here. So if this condition evaluates to true, you are going to get this message. If this condition evaluates to false, next it is going to check next condition whether age is less than 12. If age is less than 12, again you are going to get this message: you are not alive, kiddo. If this condition results into false, finally it will end. And when we observe this syntax of else if statement of a Python with the syntax of C, what observation you are going to do? Can anyone just reply? In case of if, in case of C, so if followed by condition. After that, we supposed to write else followed by else if followed by condition, and there is no limitation for number of else if what we are going to use. And in C, finally last statement will be else. But in this case, whether I have used else here? No. One thing we have to remember is else if statement is going to have one optional else statement that you have to remember. Just we'll take one simple example. You can clear, okay, you can clear a particular cell output by choosing these options. So now I have cleared output of current cell. Even we can clear output of all cells. So on that case, only code will be remain. So output of all cell will be cleared. So we'll take a simple example. N if n double equal to 1. ELI here n double equal to int in the syntax what we have studied. There I have not considered else statement, but here I have considered invalid. For a moment, assume that I have told you guys to told only to enter only two number. It may be either 1 or 2. For a moment, assume that here I go for compile time initialization. When I said compile time initialization without using keyboard or without using input statement, we are going to enter some value. For a moment, assume that we have entered a value as 1, or we have assigned one value as 1. On that case, this statement is going to, this condition will be evaluated to true. On that case, we are going to get a message as 1. I hope you are getting my point. But in other case, this is one possibility. Second possibility, so I have assigned a value 2. On that case, this statement is going to execute. For a moment, assume that now I am going to assign 3. On that case, else part is going to execute. So we have got an output as invalid. So with respect to syntax, what I told, so this else part is optional. Now I am going to remove this part. So otherwise we will use comment lines here. So how to make a comment line? A line which start with hash. So for such lines we call it as comment line. Now I have successfully removed those two lines by making comment. In this case, it is not going to display any message, and it is not going to display any error also, because ELIF statement will be having an optional else statement. So that is one of the feature of a Python, very special feature of Python when we are going to compare with C language. I hope this concept is clear. I am repeating again. ELIF, expansion of ELIF is else if, and when we compare with the C language, we will be having else part mandatory, but in case of Python, this else part is not mandatory. We have we means ELIF statement will be having optional else statement. So when we have more than two possibilities, generally we go for ELIF statement. Here they have taken a simple example. So if name is equal to Elias, so we want to display a message, hi Elias. In another case, for a moment assume that you have entered age which is less than 12. On that case, we want to display this message. If this condition is also equals to false, if your age value what we have entered is greater than 2000, and on that case it is going to display this message. If this condition also equals to false, on that case, if age is greater than 100, on that case you are not Elias and you know granny. That message we want to display. Finally it will end with this. So I'm repeating again, whenever we are going to have more than two possibilities, we go for ELIF statement. So here we have taken one example. So this slide that demonstrates the actual working of ELIF statement. So this red color that representing next line to execute. So next line to execute, or this is when it is pointing first statement means, so this statement is going to execute right now. So after that this blurred, okay, small this color that represent line that just executed. So after execution of this statement, so this is current executed statement that will be represented with this color, okay. So red color that represent next instruction which is going to execute. So when this statement is going to execute, so this value will be assigned for variable name, okay, in a memory. So name will be stored with a value that is Alex. So next statement is going to execute is this. That means we are going to assign a value that is age is equal to 10. So this is the next statement which is going to execute. Next, what is going to happen? In this case also you just make an observation here. So previously, so this variable was initialized. Next, this variable was initialized in memory. So after that, this statement is going to execute. Once this statement is going to execute, what happens? So content of name is Alias. Alias double equal to Alias. This condition evaluates to true. On that case, you are going to get a message. So this statement is going to execute. This is the next statement to be execute. Once this statement execute, here you are going to get a message as hi Alex. Once this statement executes, you are going to get a message as hi Alex. Okay. And in this case, else part is not going to execute. That you have to remember. Once again, once this condition is true, that you have to understood here. So once this condition is going to true, next it is not going to check for rest of the conditions. So control comes out of the loop. Because of that reason, if you entered name as Alice, you are going to get a message as hi Alice. If you entered or if you assign a value as Bob, on that case this condition will be evaluated to false. When this condition will be evaluated to false, So this statement will be skipped. Next, it is going to check this condition. So here we have entered a value as 10. So on that case, 10 less than 12, yes, you are not alive, you are going to get this message. Same thing here. We have Zen name is equal to Alex instead of alive. So here we have given Alex. So on that case, so this condition will be evaluated to false. That means Alex will be compared with Alice. So both will be different. So as a result, this statement will be skipped. So this statement is going to evaluate. So when this statement is going to evaluate, you are going to get a message as you are not Alice. This is how ELIF statement is going to execute. So as I told earlier, at most only one of the clauses will be executed. And for ELIF statement, the order matters. That means we can have, so this order matter means in what order it has to execute. If this condition is evaluated going to true, only this statement is going to execute. Rest of the statements will be skipped. And this ELIF statement can have an L statement after last ELIF statement. I am repeating again, this L statement is optional, that you have to remember. So in Python, we are going to learn only 3 set of statements. In that, first statement was if. For that, we also call it as a simple if. Next, L statement. So else means if else statement. After that, we are going to, we have studied. So ELIF. The expansion of ELIF statement is else statements. Okay. So after completion of flow control statement, next we move to loop statement. In that, we are going to study first kind of loop is while loop. So even a while statement always consisting of the following. So while loop, while is a loop. Okay. So usually we use loop to repeat a set of statement repeatedly or regularly. Okay. So for that we go for loop statement, and this syntax include a keyword that is while followed by one condition, and that condition will be terminated with colon. If this condition result into true, it is going to execute a block of code. Okay. So next here we have taken a simple example. So in this example, we have considered simple if. So here we have set a value of spam as 0. So first it will check 0 less than 5. This condition evaluates to true. When this condition evaluates to true, we are going to get a message as hello world one time. So after that, previous value of spam was 0. So 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. So after that, next it is not going to repeat. So we are going to get only one time this message hello world. But in case of loop, so but our intention was to repeat these set of statement again and again unless until the condition was true. So when we wish to execute a set of statement repeatedly again unless until a particular condition satisfy, we go for loop statement. But in case of this, but we will execute this statement, these two statements. Or better I will use Jupyter only. Instead of spam, I will be using one simple variable n is equal to 0. If n value is less than 5, that condition which we have mentioned. One message, that message is VDIT. After execution, we want to increment the value of AN by 1. So when we execute this, we are going to get message only one time. But in case of loop, perform copy paste operation. So syntax of while, so followed by condition. One thing we have to remember is it is not mandatory to write a condition within a pair of parentheses. By giving just space, you can mention the condition. So once this condition is mentioned, okay, so again these two statements which we are using, that creates indented block. Once we execute this statement, we are going to get this message how many times? 5 times. So this is how loop statement is going to execute. I hope a concept of flow control statement and loop statement, while loop statement is clear.